Hello friends, welcome back to your UPSC. Today in human geography we are going to start with a new topic, that is dualism and dichotomies in geography. So let's get started. So before starting with the concept, let's first understand what these two words exactly means. Dualism, in simple meaning, we can say it is a state of being divided. Okay, so a subject, when it is divided from another subject or contrasted with another subject, then it is known as dualism. So for any domain of knowledge, it means two conceptually contrasted stances. Okay, then in dichotomy is simply bifurcation of any subject into branch of knowledge. Like we have biology is then divided into zoology and botany. Okay, so we have simply divided a subject into branch of knowledge. So this is what is known as dichotomy. Okay, now starting or studying about these two concepts in geography, we will see that in geography, the geographers throughout the history of geography, they have been confronted with the methodological problem of dualism and dichotomy. Okay, so we will see that ever since the origin of this subject as a geography, we will see that there are various methodological issues that are eventually giving rise to or giving birth to several dualistic subjects. Okay, like we have human geography and physical geography. Okay, then we have systematic geography and regional geography. So ever since the geography has come into origin, so with the increase in its knowledge, we have bifurcated the subjects into various parts. Okay, and we can see that various contrasting features are coming in this discipline. Okay, now if we talk about the history of dualism and dichotomy in geography, we will see that from the period of prehistory of geography, there are various evidences that obscure the wake of dualism in the writing of Greeks, Romans, Arab geographers. So we have Greek geographers and Arab geographers and Roman geographers. Like we have Herodotus. Herodotus, he laid emphasis on description of major tribes and nationals on their physical surroundings. While we had Strabo, who contrasted uh, the amongst the region, and he basically concentrated on the regional description. Okay, then we had Ptolemy, who stressed on mathematical geography. Likewise, we had in Arabs we had Al-Masudi, then we had Ibn Khaldun, etc. They all laid the foundation stone of dualism and dichotomy in geography. Now, this thinking of dualism, it became more conspicuous during the post-Renaissance period in Europe. Okay, because during that time, we will see that geography had developed to a quite an extent. Okay, so at that time, we can see that there were various mutually exclusive branches, and in these branches, dichotomy was more logical. Okay, so dichotomy became more logical and more evident after the Renaissance period in Europe. Okay, and because of this dichotomy and dualism, we can see various disciplines of geography or various parts of geography being contrasted. Like for example, we have general geography versus regional geography, physical geography versus human geography, historical geography versus contemporary, and others. Okay, now we will talk about all these dichotomies one by one. So first one is general geography versus regional geography. General geography is also known as universal geography, and regional geography is also known as special geography or particular geography. Now, this concept was raised by Bernard Warren, also known as Warrenius, and he gave this concept in 17th century. Okay, so this concept was raised by Warrenius in 17th century. Now, Warrenius, he recognized two main divisions of geography. First one was general geography, also known as universal geography, and another one was special geography, okay, also known as particular geography. Now, talking about general geography, general geography, according to Warrenius, was concerned with formulation of general laws, principles, and generic concepts, and it was believed to be the noblest end of scientific inquiry in the initial development of geography. Okay. Now, gradually, all the studies of generalistic nature, they acquired the status of systematic geography. So we can simply say that general geography was afterward also known as systematic geography. Okay. So now general geography, it acquired the status of systematic geography, and on the other hand we had regional geography. Now, for regional geography, we can simply say that it seeks to bring together the areal setting, various matters which are treated separately in the systematic geography. So, it brings together all the matters that are treated separately in the systematic geography. Now, to better understand the concept of systematic geography and regional geography, we will draw a chart. So this is a flow chart. Now this axis is representing the regions, okay? And this axis is representing the elements, okay? Now here we have region 1, region 2 and region 3, okay? And here we have element 1, element 2, element 3 and so on, okay? Now in systematic geography we will study about element 1 in all the regions, okay? While in regional geography we will study about all the elements in a particular region. So this is what is the concept of general geography and regional geography. Now this concept of general geography was supported by various scholars like we had Humboldt, Blasch, etc. While the concept of regional geography was supported by Hartshorne, Hettner, Ritter, etc. So this was the concept of general geography versus regional geography. The next concept we have is physical geography versus human geography. So as we all know, physical geography, it deals with all the physical concepts. Like in physical geography we will study about the geomorphological aspect, the oceanographic aspect, climatological aspect of the region. So we will study about the natural regions, okay? While in human geography we will study about cultural region or interrelation or interdependence of human with nature, interconnection of human with nature. So it will deal about more about humanistic aspect, while the physical geography will deal about the natural aspects, okay, or the physical aspects of geography. Now, Greeks were the first one who started this branch of discipline, or this branching of the disciplines. Hecataeus was first propounder of this concept. He supported physical geography. Then we had Eratosthenes, Ptolemy, and Recklus. They supported the concept of physical geography, while on the other hand, we had Herodotus, Strabo, who emphasized on the concept of, or on the humanistic aspects. Then afterwards, Ritter, Strabo, Redzel, they came into support of human geography. So this was the concept of physical geography versus human geography. Then after that we have determinism versus possibilism. Now deterministic schools of thought, they say that nature is the controlling factor. Okay, so this deterministic concept, it says that the physical environment, it controls the course of human action. Or in the other words, we can see that they believe that the variation in human behavior around the world can be explained by differences in natural environment. Okay, so it simply said that whatever the economic activities or cultural activities or whatever humanistic activities are going on, they are controlled and determined by the nature. Okay, so this was deterministic aspect. Then on the other hand, we have possibilism. So this possibilistic school of thought, it tries to explain that man is an active agent in the environment, not a passive one. So all the activities that does is not controlled and regulated by the environment. Now, according to this thought, the natural environment, it provides option, and the number of option increases with the increase of knowledge and increase in technology of the cultural group. Okay, so as the knowledge or as the technology of the cultural group develops, the options provided by natural environment, they also develop. So determinism, they considered human as a passive agent, while possibilism, it considers human as an active agent. So this is the simple meaning or simple explanation of these two thoughts. Now, the concept of determinism was first given by Greek and Roman scholars. Okay, so like we had Hippocrates and Aristotle, then we had Strabo, then we had, afterwards we had Semple. Then all these scholars, they gave or they supported the concept of determinism, while the concept of possibilism was initiated by Vidal de Lablache, and then it was supported by many scholars like Fabre, Carlos Sauer, etc. So this was the concept of determinism versus possibilism. Now, after determinism and possibilism, the next concept that we have is historical geography versus contemporary geography. Now, this concept was given by Ralph Brown. Now, in this concept, we will see that the historical geography, it deals with the geography of an area, region, or world as it has been in the past. For example, we will see that geography of Puranas, okay, like we will study about the cropping pattern, the settlement distribution during the Puranas period, okay. So the geographical pattern, the settlement pattern, or the physical geography, human geography, regional geography, these geographies of historical or the past period are studied in the historical geography. Okay, so it studies about the past, while in contemporary geography we will see that it deals with the existing pattern of spatial differentiation and phenomena. Okay, but the most important thing is it deals with the present. Sorry, it deals with the present while it deals with the past. But the most important thing is that the contemporary geography eventually will become a part of historical geography with the passage of time. Okay, so the contemporary geography and historical geography are mutually exclusive and most logically exist as a supporting of each other, so they support each other. Okay, then the last concept that we have is formal geography versus functional geography. Now formal geography, we can simply say that these concepts, that is formal geography and functional geography, they deal with the concept of space, and the concept of space is very important in geography as it deals with the location and site. Okay, so dichotomy of functional location and formal site means the division of geography into the studies of geography of real place on the earth surface and geometric space on the paper. Okay, so, talking about the functional geography, we will see that functional geography deals with the functional location or functional region. It is also known as nodal geography. So, it talks about interdependence and linkages, regional linkages amongst the areas. So, in a given region, there are variety of reliefs, soil, land use, industry, transport linkages, marketing center. So, these phenomenons, they are not exactly united, but here we can see that they are functionally interconnected because they are working together as a part of economic or social system. Okay, so in the functional geography, we will study about these interlinkages, these interdependence of the regions. So it basically talks about, or it basically is a discipline of human geography, or it is a part of human geography. While on the other hand, if we look into the formal region, formal geography, which is also known as uniform geography, it talks about homogeneous pattern or clear pattern. Okay, like for example, it will talk about the the uniform physical characteristic, like uniform climatic condition, uniform physical, like soil texture, etc. So here in formal geography we will study about homogeneous or uniform patterns. Okay, so this was about formal geography, and it can be seen as a part of physical geography. Okay, so this was the whole concept of dichotomy and dualism, which helps us to better understand the subject by contrasting it with one another. So that was all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's lecture. Let's meet in our next class. Till then, take care and have a nice day. Thank you.